The Quiet Place franchise gets a sequel or a spinoff.
And we got Star Wars female-led series.
Let's talk about that and more. This is Ish.
And this is Ant.
And we're Movie Minds, where we keep you up to date with all the movie news, reviews, and some shows.
And please, guys, follow us on all our social media platforms. I just said father right now, too. I'm keeping messing up. Guys, look, I would lie to you if we don't do this over and over a couple of times. We do. Anyways, we thank you guys for everything you do, all the follows, guys, all the likes and all the views, everything that you guys do for us. We appreciate. We're looking. We try to answer everybody, and we just love everyone that tunes in. We really appreciate it, guys. It makes us work harder.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, guys, let's go on to honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. Well, it's a sad day in this month. We have lost one of the greats, one of the great game show hosts, and so we want to just kind of bring him up, mention him. Mr. Alex Trebek died at 80. He with his long battle with cancer. So we just want to send out and I love you and a big hug to his family and to all his fans.
Yes, peace and our prayers are with the family.
Yes. So other than that, we also have the Scorpion King franchise is getting rebooted again. And it looks like Dwayne Johnson is pretty happy about it as well. He said that he couldn't have started his career without this movie jumpstarting it. And I remember when it first came out, man, it was one of the biggest movies that came out. It made about 178 million in total.
Really? I didn't see it. I haven't seen it just yet.
His character came from The Mummy Returns.
The Mummy. Yeah, I remember that. That was a great movie. I liked it. Maybe I don't remember if it was like amazing, but I do remember that character. Loved it.
Yeah, The Mummy Returns wasn't that great. Brendan Fraser did okay in that movie. It was just, they were trying to make something happen. It wasn't that great. The first Mummy is amazing.
Yeah, I remember exactly. That's what I was going to say. I remember the first Mummy more than I remember the second one. So maybe that's what it is.
And so they did the Scorpion King, and Scorpion King did really well. And that's what launched The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, into movie stardom. So we are excited to see what happens with that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Anyway, and in other news, we also have this big one. This is a doozy, guys. Johnny Depp got asked to resign as his character. His name is, what was his name again? Is Gilbert Grindelwald. He was asked to resign by Warner Brothers, and he absolutely did. So that is I wish to let you know, he said, that I have been asked to resign from Warner Brothers from my role of Grindelwald in the Fantastic Beasts. I have respected and agreed to that request, he wrote on Friday on his Instagram.
Yeah, we called it last episode. We talked about Johnny Depp's unfortunate trial, and we said he was going to get affected. And lo and behold, we have unfortunate news, and it looks like there's going to be more bad news for him. I'm sure Disney is probably going to follow suit with this. So,
yeah. Well,
sorry, guys.
We don't know what's going to happen yet, but, we wish, Johnny all the best. I really love that guy. I don't know what's going on. I hope he's gonna appeal the decision over there, but we'll see what happens here in the States and whatever he has going on. Yeah. And everybody loves a comeback story either. Anyway, so I think he's one of those people that are probably going to be able to.
Hey, Robert Downey Jr. was able to do it. Why not Johnny?
Why not Johnny? Right.
All right, guys, let's go on to our hot tops.
Yes, sir.
This week we have A Quiet Place news. Paramount Pictures has announced a third addition to its Quiet Place franchise. The studio has set Jeff Nicols to write and direct this installment, which is based on an original idea by John Kraskinski. Sorry. Should they be focusing on making a sequel or a spin-off is the question here.
I believe they should. I believe that why not? I think enough people have probably watched the second one already because it's not out to us yet, but I'm sure that there's a numerous amount of people that are already
like
watched it.
Like theater owners.
Absolutely. And not only that, but once you have a movie, guys, right, you have it on the shelf for whatever time, you kind of get the nuance of it. You get the what they're really trying to say. And the more and more you watch it, the more and more you're saying, you know what, this is a good movie. And sometimes a lot of those people that get the privilege to watch it right off the bat when it's finished, they don't get very many times to watch it over and over again, as much as they've probably done it now.
Yeah,
and so
like a year almost.
Right, exactly. So I know that the Quiet Place 1 is set to be out in April. I'm not Quiet Place 1. The Quiet Place 2 is set to be coming out on April 23rd of 21. And I know that they want this third one to be coming out on 2022, I believe. And so I think that's going to really depend on what's going on in the world and how everything is how it's functioning, how all this thing with the COVID.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, though? Is it going to be a sequel to Quiet Place 2, or is it going to be like its own spinoff in another world, another location? Because in this environment, it's post-apocalyptic and, aliens are all over the planet, probably.
I just don't know whether they're going to go movie-wise or series-wise. I think it's too early to really know that. I would have to watch the second one to really know what's going to happen with the third. It's one of those things that I don't like. Look, if I have the second one to go off of course, I'm going to make a prediction because now I have the second one to feel like, okay, they have room to do that with.
Yeah.
But I think that if they're very confident in doing a third one, it's because the second one is really telling them that it's that maybe, it's warranted a sequel, a third one, sequel, right? Or they make it into a series of some sort, as you were saying. But it's too early for me to say. I would just guess.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a good idea to spin off into another story, mostly because the story and the plot of the whole universe is great. Understand that there is aliens that haven't been shown like this, or these like specific attributes of having very sensitive hearing.
Right.
And you kind of have this whole tension throughout the whole first film. Of course, we haven't seen the second one, but it just changes the environment, the way that storytelling is done, the way that you even raise the stakes. Like any noise is a challenge. That makes for really incredible storytelling. And you could do that with other places, other families, maybe even taking some time to really show how, people with hearing impairments and just having that become a strength versus a weakness. And I think that will really speak to a specific type of people. I think that'll be the way to go.
I think you bring up a great points. I think that you're right. I think that what you just said about, the way that they can approach this movie would be an amazing way because it's obviously working. We saw the first one. It had incredible heart, obviously, with the character Millie. Yeah. And it was just so dynamic as well because it was just so quiet and all of a sudden, boom, you get a bunch of noise. I mean, look, they have the money to do it. The movie made $340 million and it only took them $17 million to make, guys.
Genius.
It isn't rocket science to know that, hey, I'm going to try a second one because I know it's going to work. And I'm going to just go ahead and greenlight a third. Yeah. They have the money. They're going to be able to refund everybody. They're going to be able to make their money back. And I think it's a great idea. I love the fact that Kraskinski and Emily Blunt are the ones that made the movie. So they're definitely going to be coming back. And the way the first one ends, if you guys seen it, it ends with a really cool ending. You don't know what happens to them. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the second one. I hope that they do continue this because I think it'll be something great.
All right, for sure. All right, guys, let us know what you guys think.
Absolutely.
Let's move on to the next one.
Anyway, we have word from Star Wars land, from Disney, that we will be having a Star Wars female-led series coming on Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. It was talked about that. I'm trying to look for her name and I can't see it. I guess I didn't put it down for whatever reason. Leslye Headland. There you go. Now, my question to you is, what do you think about this Star Wars series with just all females? And it looks like a lot of these characters that are going to be in this are not actually known or they've never been in the canon, I guess, universe. That there are going to be new characters presented. How do you think, and what do you think how it will work with just the female-led cast?
Well, from the interview that she had, and she talked about how This is completely brand new, like you said. It's gonna be female centric, but I believe that they're really going for something completely brand new. Let me read to you one thing that she said in the interview that really stood out to me, and it said she said, "I kind of see if Star Wars is a religion. I like to think my show as a tent revival. You can come over if you want to. We're going to be talking about some cool stuff." That kind of leads me to believe that she's going to respect the structure of Star Wars, of course, as she should, as you should. Every single one of you should. But her tent revival is going to be something of brand new freshness to the series. I think this really does lead into kind of her, and she says this, going off into a place and era that has never been touched before. And this is exactly what I've been waiting for. I've been wanting a series that has nothing to do with the Skywalker lineage, nothing to do with specifically the Empire or even the Jedi. It's okay. Let's move on, because this world, this universe, the story structure, and like the canon of it is so vast. There's so much to do. We have the Mandalorian in our pocket now. So Disney knows this is going to be a moneymaker for the next few years, maybe a decade. I could see this being a 10-year run show. But knowing that there's so many things in the Star Wars universe that could grow into something greater is what really excites me, because I've read books, I've read comics, I've read a bunch of things, and man, there's so many stories. Every single story that I read feels like a brand new universe exploding, in front of my eyes. And so seeing this is really exciting to me. What I want to see, just kind of like hopeful thinking, is that they go out to where Exegol was. If you guys don't remember what that is, it's where Palpatine was hiding all this time. Like little girl, he was hiding out there, and he was, getting stronger. He got a following of Sith cultists, right? And you see him in the Exegol, arena, where he has a bunch of followers. I want to know where that is, because that, if you do remember, that's a whole brand new location on the star maps and stuff like that. And so I want to see something like that, where maybe Jedi weren't around at that area, but maybe there was light side force sensitive creatures like Baby Yoda that would be fighting the Sith cultists. That would be really amazing to see with a female lead. Why not? Let's do it.
Yeah, I do. That would be amazing. I think they're going to go more of the approach where they're already creating a world where the Mandalorian lives. I think they are, in Disney style, just like they did for Marvel with Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and everybody, which is a little opposite than what Dish is saying. But I would love to see this female-led cast to where it's like they become their own characters. We care about them just like now we care about the Mandalorian, that we care about these female lead characters in Star Wars, these new characters that are coming, and that now you're able to intertwine both of the Mandalorian and a new series with just female lead characters, where they can actually live in a universe together. And I think that Disney isn't stupid. I know that they know that when you have shows that are able to do that, people get excited about it. Oh my God, they're going to be in the same show together. They're going to be able to interact, just like when we saw the first time when we saw Captain America and Tony Stark get together and be like, hey, Cap, and hey, Iron Man. And it just felt like it was so out of this world. It felt like you were never going to be able to see something like this until you were there and you watched it in your own eyes. I will never forget the first time I watched The Avengers. It was, to me, one of the most epic movies of my life. I loved it because they did that. And I think in Disney fashion, I really think that they're going to go on the route where they're able to intertwine all these worlds together and be able to take a little from both. And so because I think they're going to do that, I'm also thinking that they're going to be coming out with another show, Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I don't think that'll be, but I don't think so. Not with that one, mm-hmm. But at least they can leave like like little things that you can see from other shows and just kind of make the connection, things like that. Because the Obi-Wan series is coming, guys. Yep. It's coming too. And so with this female lead, with these Mandalorian things going on right now, oh my God, dude, Disney and Star Wars has never been better. Honestly, I'm more excited right now than when all these new movies were coming out.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. Now to your idea, I really like that idea of going from the Mandalorian to something else, because before, when this topic came up like a few weeks ago or months ago, we talked about how it could be an Ahsoka spinoff series, because it's a female lead. Ahsoka's really big. We haven't seen her on Mandalorian yet. But 2 more episodes, guys. Watch. We're gonna see her in 2 more episodes.
I think the next one.
And so once we see her and people fall in love with her, everyone wants merchandise from her and all a bunch of this stuff happening, we're gonna get an announcement about this show.
That's a really good point,
because she is her own thing. She's not a Jedi. She's just badass. I just want to see her.
Wow, man.
Already.
Needless to say, we're super excited, guys, about this whole new Star Wars world that Disney Plus is creating. But we want to know what you guys think. Please subscribe. Please press the like button, little notification. Guys, let us know what you think on the bottom. Anyway.
All right, guys, let's go on to streaming and chilling.
I'm going to go first. I'm going to tell you guys about this great show that's on Netflix. And I'm not asking, guys. I'm telling you, go watch it. No, just playing. Please go watch it, guys. I will not steer you wrong on this series. It's called Queen's Gambit, okay? And it's the new girl, Anya Joy, that she's helming the whole series. And she is amazing in it, guys. I know that you guys know her from, we've been talking about her.
Yeah, she's been
a few
coming up
times.
a lot.
Yeah.
Furiosa, she's going to be that.
She's going to be Furiosa. She was the girl from Split and obviously Glass. The Witch. She just came out in a new movie, The New Mutants. And now she is helming this new show called Queen's Gambit on Netflix. Guys, this show should have been a movie, honestly. And it could have been a movie. And it would have been a very successful movie. And it probably would have won maybe an Oscar or so. I don't know. I really like it. I really like it. The way that it was done, the way that it was paced out, the way that it was thought out, the way that they made this character grow from where she was a little girl, an orphan, and then give that mystery to its character and experience in the lineage was very, very interesting, because throughout the I was just about to call it a movie, throughout the series, you find little bits and pieces about who she is and why she did why she's doing what she's doing. And then you find out how she gets her talent and how talented she is in the game of chess. She goes all around the world. She meets very, very exciting and different people. Guys, go watch it. It's such a great watch, guys. It really just made me binge watch it. Here I go again. I have to wake up for work at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry, at 7 o'clock in the morning.
You do this all the time.
And I went to sleep probably at 4 o'clock that night because it was that good. I couldn't stop watching it. Check it out. Netflix, Queen Gambit. You won't regret it.
I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch that now for sure. My show is on HBO Max. It is with Nicole Kidman and Hugh Grant.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
So it is called The Undoing. It's a miniseries. It looks like it's only going to be a limited series, of course. It's a psychological thriller based on a big novel. It's called You Should Have Known. And pretty much you jump into a relationship between a psychologist and I don't know what he does per se, Hugh Grant, but you find out that the husband might be a suspect, and you kind of start seeing things and trails of evidence, but it's not like you're told the whole story. You start discovering things.
Oh, I like those.
As things are being revealed. So I think it's a great watch. I think a lot of people will enjoy it. Nicole Kidman, Hugh Grant, can't go wrong.
Not bingeable.
Not bingeable. It's released every single week.
Okay. I will definitely check that out.
Yes.
Anyways, guys, that is our show for today. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for all the views, everything that you guys do. Again, guys, we super appreciate you guys. You guys don't know what it means to us. We try harder with just knowing that you guys are out there watching and then always asking us questions. I get a bunch of you guys sometimes on my messenger asking me, what do you think about this movie? And I'm like, you got to wait for the show. You got to wait for the show. But we really appreciate you guys, man. Don't forget to subscribe, like, notify, and, leave a comment down there. Tell us what you guys think. Tell us what you guys don't like. Tell us what would you do like. But we appreciate every one of you. Okay. So, anyways, and like always, and as always, stay movie minded.
Peace.
You.